I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I'm sorry that I'm not the daughter that you wanted me to be. I'm sorry that I'm not the girlfriend that I could have been. I'm sorry that I don't understand what this life really is. Sometimes I wish that I could just peacefully fade. No more stress.
My name is Dovile Ripschlager, and my label is Dovi Art. This is going to be my second, third, fourth show because I'm on all three with Live Out Loud. And as soon as I heard what this organization is about, I like immediately like I have to be there. I just have to be there, and it just happened. Honestly, I don't even know how I got there, but I got there. I was suicidal since I was a child, and I'm originally from Lithuania, so at that time when I was suicidal, when I was dealing with depression, there was no psychology, nothing, no help whatsoever. I couldn't even talk to anybody because I would be labeled, like immediately labeled insane and put into asylum. I remember like being 12 or 13, sitting in my room and thinking looking around and in all the objects and thinking what's the best way to end my life, and that is not something that 12-year-old should be doing. My way out was art school. I was always drawing, doing something with art, rearranging, repainting furniture. Well, my parents have a few horror stories, but that was my outlet. And fortunately, I did get into art school. There was a competition. I won that competition. I got my spot. And then suddenly I realized that there is something more. There are actually people. I always felt somehow different. There are people like me. They feel we could talk. The thing is, we could talk. The key is communication. I'm always like 3-year-old. My parents, they say, I was drawing the stick figures with the fancy clothes. You know what I thought, the fancy clothes. So for me, the fashion designer is like living, like breathing. The other children, like 10-year-old, you're waiting for like animation, for a movie, for something to watch on TV. I was waiting for Dior show. I was staying, my parents said, you have to go sleep. I'm sneaking into room with a TV when I know that something bad is going to happen. So it just seems that, I guess my purpose.
After I walked, I noticed that there's more to it than just the fashion aspect. Everyone who's a part of this chair has been affected in one way or another. That's why they're drawn here. And all the models, all the makeup, all the designers, they've all been touched and impacted one way or another. Because no one's getting paid for this, you know? And it's just a beautiful thing to have people who have a great talent just helping out a charity for the cause. And that's something that really empowered me to walk and to even like continue working with this group because it's just a great charity to be a part of.
Walking in the show, because I don't have depression anymore, but I do have a lot of anxiety. And even having done multiple shows over the last 3 years, like every show is still like nerve-wracking, and I'm like, I get hot and I'm like, stage fright. But then after, and then seeing everybody, comfort you and just be there with each other, not just like everybody out for themselves type of deal. It's very comforting, makes everything a lot easier, builds my confidence, and I know a lot of the other girls and guys who walk for the show feel the same way. But yeah, it helps build my confidence, makes me feel better as a person, just knowing that I can do what I love and help people at the same time. So I think that's one really great thing about walking for LOLC. Sorry.
QPR stands for question, persuade, and refer. Question meaning, are you suicidal? Do you have any thoughts of suicide? Are you okay? Persuade the person means like persuading them to get help, like, are you sure you're gonna be fine? Do you need someone? Does your mom know? Or does a guardian or someone who's important to the person know? And then refer them to 1-800-273-TALK or a suicide hotline in that area, or person who would know what to do.
I've actually saved 80 plus lives since I've been a part of the charity. I've saved someone actually on the street before as well. So it's like when you learn QPR, it really, really, really shows you that you can be out there in the world and you can save many people's lives.
I so far have saved 2, if not 3 lives before, and all thanks to QPR. They were successful saves because if I had not known the steps to QPR, I honestly don't know what would have happened if I had been given the same situations and not had the proper instructions to how to save a suicidal life.
When I got here and I auditioned and I heard everybody's stories, it really touched my heart because I've suffered in silence for a long time myself, and I've dealt with, depression. I've had family and friends that have committed suicide as well. And I've never really spoken out about it. So I think that this really found me at the right time because what I'm working on is learning how to love myself. And I want to support others, and I think speaking out about things that are important like this is one of the biggest things that you can do, because there's so many people out there that suffer for so many different reasons, whether it's a relationship or you don't feel good about yourself, or you have drug addiction or mental illness, eating disorder. Nobody talks about those things because you don't want to admit that, right? So for you to be able to go out and tell people that you've experienced that yourself, I think can do more than you could possibly imagine. So I'm really glad I found this, and I really believe in the cause, and I'm really excited to participate and give me some more motivation to speak out and push me forward to actually tell people about my story as well as other things I've experienced in my life.
My name is Tammy Charles, and on January 19, 2019, just 6 short weeks ago, my son completed suicide. He was 10 years old, and I found him in his closet in his room, and he was a victim of bullying in his school for just that year. We were adamant about advocating for him and about holding the administrative people accountable for all the things that he was telling us and how we could work through it. He was then he received backlash not only from other students for having his parents advocate for him, but from the adults too, who also felt the pressure. My son was not necessarily tormented. He was the one that would not be a bully like you to even treat you like you. So he opted to escape this life in order not to be changed, not to be turned, not to go from being a good guy to a bad guy. And although my husband and my heart is broken and we're devastated, I am empowered with his nationwide viral awareness of his suicide that went all over the world, and then how many people he empowered and set free with his colostomy bag, just letting them show it off and give them some freedom, put bullies on notice, and made the energy of the spirit of bullying so big because he had parents that were advocating for him. And then now that I'm here and I found Live Out Loud charity, I have a new thing to do. I have a new job. I have a new family. And I honestly am going to be the first to admit that this is not anything that I would have volunteered for, nothing that I even wanted to ever be a part of. But now that we are here and there is a mission, and this is my first day, and I already feel loved and accepted and embraced during this very difficult time. And I just want to thank everybody a part of the Live Out Loud charity, and then all the founders and all the board of directors. And I look forward to knowing them and seeing them and being a part of this and traveling. I have time now. That was our only child. And of course, I own a business and I'm very busy. And I just now realized that I was even more busy being a mom. So I am very grateful and I am very humble, and I look forward to the future of the Live Out Loud charity. Thank you.
So today we experienced our New York Fashion Week audition, which we're holding the show on September 10th on World Suicide Prevention Day to commemorate 10 years as a nonprofit organization. And it was just so phenomenal to see all the models from around the Chicagoland area come out and share their stories and their personal ties to suicide, depression, bullying, and low self-esteem. I've never been so moved at a model audition, and I know I've said that many times before, but today was the best group of over 100 models that's ever come out to support our cause. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for all of your support. Thank you for constantly trying to break the stigma for mental health and suicide, and thank you for wanting to advocate for our cause, not just for the charity itself, but for the people that are needing it most. And then I've got my husband here next to me. And I just wanted to, say that none of this would be made possible without my support system and my amazing husband. And we're expecting our child, Gigi, and life has so many ups and downs, but it's really about celebrating life and finding hope and looking for the joys in life and remembering that the struggle is part of the process and you're gonna get through it. Days do get better, and I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
Well, I just want to say thank you. We've got a lot of amazing volunteers out here. We've got an expert team, and everything today ran very, very well. And we had I couldn't believe how many models showed up. They were out there lined up in the lobby for a long time. But we had them marching along and moving and filling out papers and doing a whole bunch of things at once, and it ran, I thought, very smoothly. So I'm really impressed. LOLC has come a long ways in the few years I've been with it, and it looks incredible.
I just want to say thank you to the Palmer House for all of their support to our cause, and we will celebrate our 10th annual Chicago International Fashion Show December 1st in the Grand Ballroom. Seats over 1,000 people. We really need your support and your love.
We want to fill it up.
We want to fill it up. So Chicago, everybody come on in from all over. You've helped us sell out our last several years of shows with an audience of 400 to 500, and now it's time to do it bigger than we've ever done it before.